Hello football lovers, especially Chelsea fans. Let me introduce myself. My name is UB Pawada. As usual, I will provide the latest and most updated news that I have summarized for you. But before that, I want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe, so you always get notifications every day. As usual, before we start, I would like to thank those who have commented on my previous videos. Thanks to Ndinky Sylvester from Ghana, Brian Beats, Eyong Sonem Manuelokwe, Adekoya Oluwafemi, Abulo from Nigeria, Soccer Rocket, Patrick Mumba, Toyino Guinea, Johnson Okitwi, Abdul Mumin Bands, Rufusudi, Limpo Kabuela, Amin Conte, Blessing Odinaka from Nigeria, Thomason Williams, Rafael Jabaku from Ghana, Sebas World from Poland, Portugal, Patrick Cheruyot from Kenya, Brandon from Zimbabwe, Alim Kamis, Sir Banks from Jamaica, Ikech Ukwijioma, Odoko Meshak from Nigeria, Imo Sunday from Nigeria, Adamu Danjuma Moore from Nigeria, Eze Arinze from Nigeria, Lolo Fukis from Ghana, Wasiu from Nigeria, Rashid Katuki from Uganda Mbale, Rastianet from South Africa, Pasinyan, Adedayo Samuel Oladele, Mojalefa Chueo, Stanley Sakwe, Ibanga Edem, Silvestre Hikia, Deji Madandola, Jibril from Sierra Leone, Oladipupo Ayodeji from Nigeria, Iroanya Prosper, Benjamin Asabel, Charles Ijoko from Nigeria, Ivan Dot, Abubakar Mbai, Eyong Sonem Manuel Okwe, Okohabaki, Leonard from Zambia, Wasiu Lawal, Dali Sotembo, Don Hafiz from Malaysia, Michael Taylor Ghana, Miguel from Nigeria based in Indonesia, Frank Igbom from Nigeria. And all friends can leave comments below this video so I can mention it in the next video. Thank you and enjoy watching. Cole Palmer is currently focused on recovering from a minor injury that has been bothering him after a number of high-profile knocks in recent games. The Chelsea winger was seen walking in pain after the game against Arsenal, indicating that he had taken a number of heavy tackles during the game. Palmer was also previously doubtful after taking a heavy knee tackle from Manchester United defender Lisandro Martinez, which clearly affected his condition. The injury has affected his performance, and in the game against Arsenal, Palmer looked out of sorts. He failed to make the desired impact in the match, which should be an indicator that he needs time to fully recover. Therefore, the decision to release Palmer from international duty with England was a wise move, giving him time to rest and recover. Although the injury does not appear to be too serious, Palmer does need time to recover and get back to his best. By giving him this time to recover, Chelsea will hope that Palmer will be ready to return for the important games in the Premier League, given his huge contribution so far. The decision also shows the importance of maintaining player fitness, given Palmer's vital role in the Chelsea squad this season. Jamie Carragher has admitted he was wrong in his assessment of Enzo Maresca and Chelsea this season. Carragher, who previously doubted Maresca's ability to manage the team, expressed his admiration for the Italian manager's performance. Carragher said, "I think the manager has done a fantastic job. And to be honest, I was a bit wrong with Chelsea this season. I didn't see it coming. I thought there would be a lot of changes, and there was talk of players being benched at the start of the season. But now, if you watch Chelsea games, you almost know who's going to play. I thought it would be a big problem, with the big players and the egos, and the potential for clashes in training. But it hasn't happened, so I have to give credit to the manager." Since being appointed as manager at the start of the season, Maresca has led Chelsea to third in the Premier League after 11 games. This impressive performance has led many, including Carragher, to recognize the 44-year-old's quality. Carragher also praised Maresca's calmness in handling a large squad full of star players and egos. Maresca seems to be able to keep the balance in the dressing room, which is not easy with the number of players and the potential for problems, added Carragher. Chelsea's Kieran Dike is now a target for Tottenham Hotspur. Will Spurs be able to shake up Chelsea and sign him on loan in the January transfer window? Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly interested in Chelsea midfielder Kieran Dike, who has struggled for game time since moving from Leicester City in the summer. The 26-year-old has managed just 46 minutes of Premier League football under Enzo Mascherino, leading to speculation that Chelsea could be ready to loan him out in January. Tottenham, along with Newcastle United and Aston Villa, are said to be interested in a loan deal for Dewsbury Hall. Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou is keen to add creativity to the midfield and sees Dewsbury Hall as a potential solution. However, a deal between Tottenham and Chelsea is not yet certain. Chelsea are usually wary of loaning players to direct rivals, and they rarely do business with Spurs. Furthermore, Tottenham's preference for loans with an option or obligation to buy could be a stumbling block, as such a structure may not be available to Dewsbury Hall. Badiashile is reportedly a target for Juventus in the January transfer window. The Frenchman, who joined Chelsea for £35 million from Monaco in January 2023, has made just one Premier League appearance this season, and has been largely left on the bench under Enzo Maresca. With his lack of game time at Stamford Bridge, Badiashile's future at Chelsea is now uncertain. Meanwhile, Juventus, who are facing a defensive crisis following long-term injuries to Gleison Bremer and Juan Cabal, are looking to bolster their backline. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Badiashile has been included on Juventus's shopping list to strengthen their squad. Badiashile himself has a long-term contract at Chelsea until 2030, but with his limited playing time this season, especially after Maresca chose Levi Colwill and Wesley Fofana as his first-choice defender, he could be loaned out or sold in January. Juventus are reportedly open to both options. Chelsea's decision to loan or sell Badiashile will depend on Maresca, who must assess whether the defender has a role to play in the team's long-term plans. However, with competition at the back and limited playing time, a move to Juventus could be a win-win situation for both parties. Chelsea have a fresh midfield concern after Romeo Lavia suffered a hamstring injury while on international duty with Belgium. The 20-year-old was forced to leave Belgium's training camp early after feeling discomfort in his hamstring, which ruled him out of the games against Italy and Israel. The injury likely stemmed from Chelsea's game against Arsenal before the international break, where Lavia was substituted in the second half after showing signs of discomfort. Although it initially appeared to be minor, the injury was enough to cause Lavia to return to Chelsea early to recover. With the international break giving Lavia 2 weeks without games and minimal training, he will hopefully be fit for the Premier League clash with Leicester. However, if his recovery is not quick enough, Chelsea could face a problem in midfield, with Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo also returning from long trips to South America. The decision on Lavia's availability will be a key factor for Enzo Maresca, who must now weigh up the fitness of his first-team squad ahead of the crucial fixtures after the international break. Manchester United are reportedly ready to bring in Ben Chilwell in the upcoming January transfer window. According to Court Offside, Ruben Amorim's team are looking for a player to strengthen the left-back position, which has been their main problem. Manchester United's left-back position has been a weak point in recent times. Tyrell Malaysia and Luke Shaw continue to struggle with long-term injuries that kept them out for most of last season, and are still unable to return to play this season. Ruben Amorim, who was recently appointed as Manchester United's head coach, sees the left-back position as a priority to improve. Ben Chilwell, who was previously on United's radar, is now back on the top target after Chelsea apparently no longer include him in their first-team plans. Chilwell has only played once under coach Enzo Maresca this season, namely in the EFL Cup match against Barrow. With minimal playing time this season, a transfer to Manchester United could be a solution for both parties. United are looking to solve their left-back problems, while Chelsea, who are rebuilding the team under Maresca, are ready to let Chilwell go. Manchester United are now reportedly set to try to sign Chilwell on either a loan or permanent transfer in January, with the 27-year-old expected to make a major contribution to their defense. If the deal goes through, it would be a major coup given the fierce rivalry between the two clubs in the Premier League. Carney Chukwuemeka has hinted that he could leave Stamford Bridge in the January transfer window. Chukwuemeka has struggled with injury problems since his arrival at Chelsea. Despite being fit, the 21-year-old has struggled to break into the first team and is yet to make a Premier League appearance this season under manager Enzo Maresca. Chukwuemeka has only featured in cup competitions, and with Chelsea now out of the Carabao Cup, his chances of getting any game time this season are slim. This is compounded by the intense competition in Chelsea's midfield, which has made it difficult for him to secure a place in the starting 11. On Saturday, Chukwuemeka took to Instagram to add fuel to speculation that he could leave Chelsea in January. He liked a post suggesting that the midfielder would look for a new club in the upcoming transfer window, given his limited playing opportunities at Chelsea. With his future at Chelsea uncertain, Chukwuemeka could consider a move away, either on loan or even on a permanent deal. He still has great potential, and for that, he will probably need to look for opportunities at other clubs to continue his career development. Chelsea have reportedly leapfrogged Barcelona and Real Madrid in the race to sign Bayer Leverkusen centre-back Jonathan Tah, who is out of contract at the end of the season. The 28-year-old is expected to be a top target in the upcoming transfer market, having previously been linked with a number of Europe's biggest clubs. Reports recently suggested that Barcelona and Real Madrid were the two clubs leading the race for Tah, who can enter into a pre-contract agreement with any club from January 2025. However, according to Court Offside, Chelsea are now in pole position, beating both Spanish giants to the race to sign Tah. Despite a number of big clubs interested, the Tah transfer saga is expected to be full of drama and surprises until the end of the season. Barcelona, for example, are hoping to sign him as a replacement for Andreas Christensen, who is likely to be sold in the summer. However, their pursuit of Tah is unlikely to go smoothly, and the same goes for Real Madrid should they decide to pursue his signature in 2025. The pursuit of Jonathan Tah is sure to be one of the big stories in the transfer market next season. Chelsea are reportedly ready to offer €8 million a year to sign Milan Skriniar from PSG in the January transfer window. The 28-year-old defender, who is out of contract next summer, is unhappy with his role under Luis Enrique and is reportedly keen to leave PSG. The Blues were interested in Skriniar during the summer transfer window, but PSG refused to sell. Now, with his contract almost up and running, Chelsea see an opportunity to sign the quality defender for a more affordable fee. Skriniar is an experienced defender who has proven himself at the highest level, including in the Champions League, and could be a much-needed leader at the back for Chelsea. With the defense still struggling, Skriniar's presence could provide stability and strength at the heart of the Blues' defense. If the transfer goes through, he could be the answer to Chelsea's current defensive problems.